Hello, this is Deb from Active Health Clinic, and I'm here on the floor today to show you some further ways to use these Pilates balls. So today we're going to be using them in a less inflated state, like this, and then really quite deflated, like this. So a little bit of the theory first. Why are we using these balls? What's the value? Now, we all have patterns of contraction in our bodies, and some of these patterns of contraction will have been with us for a long period of time. And it can be that when we have these long-held patterns of contraction, we lose sensory awareness that our muscles are contracted. And these patterns of contraction can influence our health in many ways. It might be impacting us with back pain, or digestive issues, neck pain or headaches, just to name a few. And I will explore these in depth in future videos. But in this video, it's really about just introducing the way that these props can help to bring attention to areas of contraction, and then we can start releasing these patterns. So we all have these protective reflexive responses that are initiated beneath our conscious awareness, and we can use the Pilates balls to interact with our body's innate intelligence. We don't need to use any executive or top-down functioning. This is all about bottom-up. It's these balls bringing attention to these patterns and our body's responding. So it might be a body responds with a release, or it might be a sense of discomfort, or it might be other sensations. You merely notice what's going on and stay with it for as long as is comfortable for you. Now, I'm actually going to start with this ball. This is my very favorite way to use the ball. Now, I might have to move around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing, but find a firm surface. I like the floor, and you lie on the floor, and you're going to lie in what we call semi-supine. I'll just move up here. I've got my knees bent and my feet flat on the floor. And then I'm going to put the ball, the very deflated ball, under my sacrum and lower back area. It's sort of a matter of just finding the right spot and the right amount of inflation. Now, initially, you'll notice, and I'm going to exaggerate this, there'll be a little bit of wobbling maybe to start with, and your body attempts to stabilize. Now, once the body's stabilized, just lie here and notice. So I'll describe what I'm noticing in my body. I do have a little bit of discomfort or pain on one side of my sacrum, and I notice that, and that's a long held pattern for me that I'm working on releasing. And I do notice in other areas that there is a sense of release, and then that brings attention to a little bit of holding that I have in my abdominal area. So this is just the start of noticing, and noticing then means bringing awareness to something, and then we can work on changing it. Now, the second way to use the ball, this will require you to experiment quite a few times probably with the right amount of inflation. This is going under the head and neck. So same thing, lying on the floor in our semi-supine position and putting the ball under the head and neck. Now, first up, just get it in the right position so you feel fully supported. You know, you might just want to lie here and appreciate this wonderful sense of being held, of being cushioned. We spend a lot of the day holding contraction in our neck, in our upper body, to keep us upright. This is a beautiful release for me. And another way I use it is I gently roll my head, allow the ball to support you, don't use more contraction than you need to. This can be a really freeing movement, because for some of us who hold these patterns of contraction in the neck, which I have for quite a while, it can feel lovely not to have to do the moving. It's more about allowing the ball to support us in the movement. Now, go ahead and experiment if you feel inclined. And please tune in for more using the Pilates balls and other props.